This was the biggest beast to live in North America since the dinosaurs. It might look like a pig, but it's more vicious than a grizzly bear. One thing is for sure, this beast was so frightening. Some call it the pig from hell.
A few moments later.
Only if she got that excited about a damn treadmill. She almost wore herself out in 3 seconds and nearly fainted due to cardiac arrest. Now DJ, can we get a remix?
Okay. Truth or dare?
Truth.
What is your type?
Anime gamer boys.
Based on appearance, would I be your type?
Yeah.
And I like anime. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
love anime. What's the chances we can watch anime sometime?
They're pretty high.
It's pretty high? Okay, yeah, we can make that happen then.
Okay.
Let me get your number.
What's a dare?
Okay, you want to do a dare? Twerk for 5 seconds. Okay, go ahead.
Women in this country still make 77 cents on the dollar for what men make. So if women don't make less than men?
Actually, if you start looking at the numbers, Rachel, there are lots of reasons for that.
Oh, wait.
Well,
Don't tell
first
me
of
the
all,
reasons are. Do women make less than men for doing the same?
Actually, no, because...
Wow. Okay.
Well, for example, men work an average of 44 hours a week. Women work 41 hours a week. Men go into professions like engineering, science, and math that earn more. Women want more flexible
Listen, this is not a math is hard.
No. Yes, it is, actually.
Right now, women are making 77 cents on the dollar for what men are making. So
but that's not true. If so, every greedy businessman in America would hire only women, save 25%, and be hugely profitable. And I love how passionate you are. I wish you were as right about what you're saying as you are passionate about it. I really do.
Don't tell me the reasons is all you need to know about Rachel Maddow. Women like Rachel Maddow will make any workplace toxic. Meanwhile, people in the 1960s, there will be flying cars in the future. Meanwhile, in 2024, there are 46 genders.
No. I'm a feminist because I believe in equality for men and for women and men and for all genders.
So women and men.
No, all genders.
No, so women and men.
There's women.
There are two genders biologically. I'm sorry.
There isn't. There's you're not now you're totally excluding transgender, non-binary, gender fluid people, and these.
I mean, you can live in your unicorn world.
I'm going to assume that you're a cisgender straight woman because you obviously
that's really true.
and that you probably haven't ever been raped. Either.
I actually identify as an attack helicopter, so it's really offensive.
You sound like you're speaking from a very privileged point of view here.
Very privileged.
Yes.
I would like you to use my pronouns if you could. They're I, me, and my.
So now you're mocking the LGBTQ community now.
I have lots of LGBTQ friends, and they don't get professionally offended at everything.
Just because you have LGBTQ friends doesn't mean that you're not homophobic or biphobic or transphobic. That's like me saying, oh, I have black friends, so I'm not racist.
My LGBTQ friends are usually male and female and not some unicorn gender that's been made up.
That's so hateful. You're just like erasing. Yeah.
Construct. Gender is a social construct, right? And I don't have boobs. That's just a social construct. Oh, and penises don't exist, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's male and there's female. There are two biological genders. Science exists. I'm sorry to tell you all that science exists, but it does. There is biology, there is science. I mean, you can live in your magical, made-up world with trigger warnings.
Friends, hear you talking right now because
they'll come out of the woodworks and defend me, guaranteed. Because I've got lots of friends. That's great.
And you know what? I'm finding a lot of what you're saying extremely offensive.
That's great.
And I'm sure that I know a lot of people.
And I mean, science probably disagrees with you.
Validate those people's experiences, like transgender people. That's so important to their lives and their identity and their happiness and their well-being and their health. How can you deny the existence of these people's identities and their need to have that that well-being.
They can do whatever they want. That doesn't mean science or myself have to agree with you believing you are a gender, you believing you're a demigirl or some non-existent gender that's been made up.
It's non-existent. It's incredibly important to them.
You know what else is important? Science, facts, and biology. Those are also very important to the advancement of the human race, to treating people's diseases, to reproduction.
When she said she identifies as an attack helicopter, sweetheart, I feel every piece. Because today I identify as Michael Jackson, and my pronouns are tee. You see, this whole woke movement is the biggest steaming pile of shit, just like I took this morning. It's equivalent to me saying I executed and murdered 25 people, but today I identify as a non-murderer and I'm free to go. Transgender isn't a whole other gender. When people don't have real life problems, they just invent fake ones.
It's so hard to find a straight man that is confident enough to compliment me on my looks. Nice balls.
Okay. Go ahead.
But wait! There's more!
I have a boyfriend.
That's cap.
No, it's not. It's not cap.
It's an evil world we live in, but hey, I'm gonna keep living.
Haram. It's like, well, if going out on a date with a guy makes me a slut, then that's just what I'm gonna be.
I don't think going out on a date makes you a slut, but having sex with different men makes you a slut.
Well, what does it make you if you have sex with different women?
A slut maker.
Real bad man.
Data, but the big picture here is women do earn less in America because they choose to. They would rather go to their daughter's piano recital than stay all night at work working on a proposal.
What?
So they end up earning less. They're less ambitious, and I think this is sort of God's way. This is nature's way of saying women should be at home with the kids. They're happier there.
I hope that your viewers do not take you, sir, seriously.
There's a great book you should read. It's called Why Men Earn More, and it's all about women choosing to put family over work, and that's why they earn less.
Having a choice does not mean that you're less ambitious, and your comments are absolutely deplorable. Sean, I would like
less
you.
Ambitious in the workforce.
I would like you to address it. You're a father. You have a daughter.
If you were a real feminist, you would support housewives and see them as the heroes, and women who work wasting their time.
You said that women are less ambitious.
Women are less ambitious.
You have also said that women are better suited in the home.
Yes,
You've also said that, that women are emotional and women shouldn't run for public office. All of these things that just
I never said women shouldn't run for public office.
Yes, you have. You've said that
If we're talking
before.
about 50% of the population, generally out of this 250 million people or 150 million people, most women are happier at home. They are pretending that they like working, and they're not making money because they don't stay all night at the office. They don't go the extra mile. They don't work all weekend. You're making a mistake. You would be much happier at home with a husband and children.
Oh, boy. Oh,
I mean, I'm literally shaking.
You just said you're single. You don't have a boyfriend. You're what?
That's
you're celibate?
my choice.
Yeah, look, you're miserable. You would be so much happier with kids around you tonight. Imagine coming home. Mommy's home.
You know what, Gavin? You're not funny. You're not what you do not do anything.
I'm trying to make you happy.
You do not do anything for the better. Sean, this isn't funny.
Feminism has made women miserable. Women were much happier when housewives were glorified.
Guess what? I had a choice to be married, and I chose not to. I have a choice to have kids.
You made a mistake. Tamara, we'll give you the last word. Go ahead.
I think that your guest here is doing a disservice to all of the viewers and doing a disservice to America by saying that that I need to be married, that I would be happier at home. That you're what, miserably married? Just because
no, I'm
just
ecstatic.
having a
I'm
ring
trying to share my joy. You should see my little 2-year-old.
Not everybody has the same life pattern as you.
I know,
okay?
it's the fall
and not
of
everybody wants to marry somebody in a bootleg seersucker suit and go home to that. I don't want to go home to that.
You don't have to go home to me. Go home to a hunk.
This man is 100% right, and this feminist bumbleclut is 100% emotional. He isn't funny. He is effing hilarious. And the people laughing in the background just makes it even better. I absolutely love the double, the triple down by this guy. And you gotta respect men like this, who have big brass balls, who keep it real on TV. Now, gentlemen, here's the riddle of the day. What is the biggest difference between a baby and a feminist? A baby will eventually grow up and stop crying.
It's really hard being triggered all the time. And I'm not kidding, it's all the time for me at this point. I get dressed in the morning, I'm triggered. I take a shower, I'm triggered. I get in the car, I'm triggered. I go for a walk, I'm triggered. I leave my house, I'm triggered. I sit in my room all day, I'm triggered. I look at my thin, beautiful sisters and I'm triggered, and I just can't get away from it.
Stop it. Get some help.
I go for a walk, I'm triggered. Sweetheart, when was the last time you took a walk? She doesn't walk, she rolls. Probably the most exercise she gets is walking to her fridge and back to the damn couch. Now, gentlemen, here's another riddle. What's the biggest difference between a spear and a feminist? Is that the spear actually has a point.
You didn't say that you condemn white supremacy.
I'm not going to recite some catechism for you. I'm against vicious racial discrimination in this country. So I'm not pledging allegiance to your new religion of modern wokeism, which absolutely fits the test. I'm not going to bend the knee to your religion. I'm sorry. I'm not asking you to bend the knee to mine, and I'm not going to bend the knee to yours. But do I condemn vicious racial discrimination? Yes, I do. Am I going to play your silly game of gotcha? No, I'm not. And frankly, this is why people have lost trust. And I know you're going to go print the headline tomorrow. I already know this. We already know how your game works. Vivek Ramaswamy refuses to condemn white supremacy because you asked a stupid question. The reality is, I condemn vicious racial discrimination in this country, but the kind of vicious and systematic racial discrimination we see today is discrimination on the basis of race in a very different direction. You want to know what the best way is to end discrimination on the basis of race? Stop discriminating on the basis of race. Do that, and we're going to move this country forward. And I don't care whether you're black or white or brown or anything in between. That's how we're going to unite this country. You people have been responsible for dividing this country to a breaking point, creating a projection of national division. I meet people from the south side of Chicago to meetings like this one of every shade of melanin, multiple, from man to woman, doesn't make a difference, who are hungry for reviving unity in this country. And you, with your catechism that you try to get to politicians to whatever fake headline you're going to print on the basis of this conversation tomorrow, that's what's dividing this country to a breaking point. Shame on you. Look people in the eye and tell them what you've actually failed to tell them for the last 5 years. Own the accountability for your own failures as the media. That's how we rebuild trust in this country. And until then, I don't have a lot of patience to play the games.
What do you expect from...
This man literally has a black belt in verbal jujitsu. And gentlemen, before I end this video, I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about this whole woke movement. And gentlemen, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
I got work at 6 o'clock in the morning. Kidding, no.